Good morning, my viewer, my fans, friends, families all over the world. I'm Ezigbo Igbo, and I cannot joke with that. Ndewonu, ụmụnne m. We're starting this episode of knowing who you are. Knowing who you are. And knowing what you should know. There are so many things that have been hidden for us. There are so many things you cannot learn in the school, which you are supposed to know. But today we will start this episode with a simple introduction. And that introduction is a particular question I wish to ask you, my viewer. Who are you? Who are you? This is 1,000 questions. It baffles me when somebody asks you why, you just tell him or her your name. He never asked what is your name. It's a different thing to say what is your name and who are you. Who are you is a more complicated question than what is your name. And I expect you, whenever you are asked who are you, to think deep before you answer those questions. Who are you? What is in you? What are you made up of? It's a very big and pertinent question that we do not answer most of the times. Remember that most of the people who ask you who are you know you to a certain level, but they recognized you don't know who you are. Just like the devil always asks you, who are you? The person you are having problem will always ask you, who are you? People tend to know who you are, but you tend to tell them your name. Or is it really necessary to tell people who you are? It isn't necessary. Well, but when somebody asks you who are you, you need to think deep. The person may actually be an agent who has known you, but wants to know extra more of you. This question I want you to ask yourself on daily basis: who am I? It's no more news that people copy people. People make people their idols. People live their original life trying to live other people's life. People live a photocopied life than original life. And that is the problem our society has today. Mr. A wants to be like Mr. B. Mr. B wants to be like Mr. C, forgetting that they are original, that they should be copied. And when you lose this sense of whom you are, you can be thrown around by men, by evil. Remember one thing: who you are matters a lot. You need to know that you are created differently. And just a follower. No. You were created for something. There is something that is in you that society needs. God could not just, for you to be copying others. No. There is an essence of life in you. You are living for a particular reason. And immediately you deviate from that particular reason, you see everything you do as a copy. You see yourself as inferior to others. My brother, my sister, you are not inferior. You are just an original being. But you have refused and you have denied yourself the essence of your own life. You need to know who you are. I will remember St. Augustine. He always asked God, may I know you? God, let me know myself. Because you can't tell me you want to know God if you don't know yourself. And you can't know yourself without knowing God. These are two things that works simultaneously. You are doing this and doing at the same time. Because knowing who you are will actually prepare you to that level you are supposed to be in life. And I used to tell people, this life, it has been programmed by your creator. Your God has programmed this life. Your life has been programmed from day one. That's why if you don't know yourself, if you distort any of those programs, just like a computer system, you are working in a computer system, you are coding. The programmers will understand this. You are coding, writing a program that will perform a certain function. There is a principle to do that. What you do is follow it line by line, word by word. Immediately you distort that program, the output of that program that you have coded will always give you a different thing. That may be the reason why you are not really the level you are supposed to be, or you are not really doing what you are supposed to do, because you are trying to distort the programs. Because you are a program, I am a program, we are all programs. We have been programmed by God. I want you to understand in this angle, using a computer as an analytical tool. We have been programmed by God. And the instincts, that's why there's something in you we call instincts. These instincts was put in place by God. Just like an instruction, a computer instruction. What this instincts tells you is what to do and not what to do. What to do and not what to do. You need to follow these instincts as you move on daily basis in your life. It directs you, it directs your thoughts, it directs your actions. Without following these instincts, you find out at some point you just do something you never intended to do, and we call it a mistake. So also a programmer who makes a mistake will always have an output distorted. You will also be distorted. Your life will be distorted. So many mistakes we make in life is because we do not want to understand who we are. You don't want to know that you are created for a particular reason. You just want to live. You just want to exist. No. I want you to go back to your drawing board. Go back to yourself. Be reflective about life. Life is a program. You yourself, you are a program. There's a program that runs you. You are just like a computer, just like me. We are all like a computer. There is a program that has been made, created by God. It has been written by God. This program is like an instinct in us. It is an instruction in us. It directs us. It pushes us. It directs us to the level we are supposed to be, what we are supposed to do, when we are supposed to do it, no matter your condition in life. If you follow these instructions in you critically, if you follow it, you find out that the output, whatever at any level in your life, you are living, not existing. Go and learn yourself. By learning yourself, quote me anywhere, you'll be more progressive, you'll be more prosperous, you will be more peaceful living than when you want to copy Mr. A, copy Mr. B. You will not read the program that is controlling you is not the same program that is controlling Mr. B. I'm using a program, a computer program, to analyze this so that you know that you are of an essence. You have a reason why you are living. And if you don't find out that reason, there is bound to be mistakes. There are bound to be errors. Now, in trying to find yourself and to live the way you should live, just like in a computer, we have hackers, we have viruses that attacks an instruction that tries to distort the instructions. So also there are attackers in your life. These are natural forces. Though it's unfortunate that some acclaimed men of God and the oracles of the spirit has changed the narrative that whatever that happens to us, or whatever that happens to any human being is of what they call it, evil forces. They will term it evil forces. No, it's a lie. It's a typical lie anyway. I know there are evil, yes, But there are natural forces. These natural forces can be related to force of gravitation, which says that anything that goes up must surely come down. But that is not in a way in our life. We are supposed to grow bit by bit to get to that level. Even the law of gravity takes its effect in human life. Like you grow from there's a philosopher that always tell you they born you, they carry you. When they carry, after some time you start moving with your yash, your buttocks. After some time you start moving with your two hands and your two legs. After some time you have to stand and balance the equilibrium forces. You can now be moving with your two legs, standing with your two legs. And after some time in life you have to go back again to using a stick. That's a support. Now you are not going back. At some point you will not even be walking again. They has to carry you. But that's if you are unfortunate. Some people are fortunate to walk till they die, while some people are unfortunate, they will be carried until they die. That's how force of gravitation works. It's everything that goes up always come down. But when it comes to a program of life, the way you have been programmed, you are meant to be growing, and achieve your greatest before you die. But there are distortions. There are forces, natural forces that works like force of gravitation. When you are growing up, it wants to pull you down. Please, I could say, stop attributing every adventure in your life to evil forces. Stop giving the devil the glory. No, these are just things that we are set in place. They are just natural forces that is there to strengthen you, because everything that happens to you is either a lesson or a blessing, and it can always come in these two forms, blessing and blessing at the same time, depending on how you are able to figure out, to reason it out within yourself. So there are things you need to know about yourself. You don't just act or do that others are doing. No, is this thing compatible to you? Is it your nature? People try to copy other people's nature. No. Is it your nature? Are you okay doing that? Or do you want to do it because Mr. A is doing it? Are you Mr. A? Is the same program running you, the same program running Mr. A? See, you are created to be great in every aspect of life. Everybody must not be rich. Everybody must not be poor. But in any level you find yourself, you are created to make impact. And unless you understand this, you will always live. See, being poor is not evil. It's not how will I put it? But being wretched, you are not meant to be wretched. And wretched starts from the poverty of the mind. That particular mindset that you can't make it again, that you can't grow again, that you are not meant for success, you are not meant for this, you are not meant for that. Nobody is meant for all these things. You work it out by, climbing upon those forces that were meant to bring you down. Especially these forces will come through your neighbors, your brothers, your sisters. But manipulating your way through it is what we call wisdom. Therefore, I want to bring you to that aspect of life that you need to try to learn so much. You need to go and pray for wisdom. Pray for wisdom. What you need to succeed is wisdom. What you need to succeed is wisdom. Most of us pray for what we should not be praying for. When you say a wrong prayer, you always get a wrong answer. But wisdom is what will direct you to accept that instinct that tells you to go when you should go and not to go when you should not go. You need wisdom. Look for it, search for it, seek for it, do everything. Choba wisdom. You need to go for wisdom. Chobia, grab wisdom. But you can't grab wisdom by force, no? You must pay reverence to the eternal being. That eternal being is embedded wisdom. By your relationship with the eternal being, you will get wisdom. We'll treat that as a topic, how you can acquire wisdom. But today we are talking about how you would know yourself. You need to pay more attention to your life. You need to pay more attention to your existence. You need to pay more attention to the programs that are running you than you pay attention to the programs that are running others. And the scripture will advise you Learn how to mind your business. Minding your business in this aspect is not living alone, no, but trying to understand who you are. Who are you is a question. Who are you? When in this that description in the scriptures, when they were talking about Paul and other disciples, they said, Paul, I know. Who are you? That is to say that if you must know who you are for others to acknowledge that this is whom you are. People will always play with you if you don't know your level, if you don't understand who you are, if you don't know the level you should be operating both physically and spiritually. You must be undermined. It is natural. These are natural forces that has been kept to strengthen us, to make us understand the things we should do and the things we should not do. So I want to encourage you. Try to know who you are. Reflect on yourself daily basis. Try to move in that direction which has been programmed by God to drive you. Be driven by that spirit, by that instruction that was embedded in you on the day of your creation. I wonder, I would like to take you through the level of creation from the womb to the day you were delivered. That you will understand that it is a perfect, it was perfect, your existence was perfected in months. It took God time. He didn't just create you today. Some animals, most of the animals gives birth under 1 month, 3 weeks, 3 months, but you were nurtured in your mother's womb for good 9 months, and you came into the world. What you need to do is to copy. If Mr. A does, you want to copy Mr. A, Mr. B does. Who are you? Ask yourself that. At times, people know us more than we know ourselves. People know our value in life more than we know ourselves. That's because we don't acknowledge, we don't appreciate ourselves. You appreciate others more than you appreciate yourself. That's not necessary, and that's why you can be played with. Anybody that comes around will direct your spirit, will direct your life. That is so ridiculous. Although the main one na mmadụ na control, mmadụ na-ahazigharị gị, oburu gị ebe a, when you are original. Mmadụ ifu ihe mmadụ onye nọgụ na-akụ mee you want to do ị na-eme gị na Mr. A abụ ofu, ọ bụ ihe na-achị gị na-achị Mr. A, ọ bụ mmụọ na-achị gị na-achị Mr. A. These are the things you need to know, my brother, my sister. So I want you to move on a journey, the journey of knowing who you are. You need to know who you are so that your existence on earth will be impactful to people around you. No matter what you are doing, try to understand who you are, because knowing yourself is actually going to make you a better person, and is actually going to make you have impact on the society. Remember, you have to do good and leave good behind. That's what makes you a human being and not an animal.